And I'm Roger Haswell.
Radio, we say good evening once again. Well, Roger, it's one of those programs where we have a lot of things to talk about. Um, Incidentally, football will take the spotlight. And let me use this opportunity to say congratulations to Mount Pleasant and the Cavalier back in the final of the Red Nephew Jamaica Premier League. It's 1-1.
A regular occurrence nowadays.
Yeah,
where
kinda
these
getting
two teams are the top two teams making it through to the championship decider. And it's going to be an epic final. That's what I'm guaranteeing.
It is shaping up to be
Yeah.
something like that. Fireworks and then
Certainly.
explosion. So
And based on the run of play, you'd have to say those two teams are deserving of, being worthy finalists this time around.
well,
You can't bad mind two of them for advancing this far.
But
Yeah.
I would go a little further than that. I would say any of the teams that ended up in the top 5, 6 would have been satisfying for me to be in the final. But at the end of the day, it is Mount Pleasant who would have dominated the proceedings throughout the entire season. And Cavalier, who been there and thereabouts, winning, getting points when they need to, because they've lost some games and they've been, I would want to say, a bit overworked because they've been playing a lot of football.
It depends on what you call overwork, because, when you're properly coached and when you're properly managed, these games, some of them might be looking as if, it might be, coming thick and fast and overwork and you play international games and so on. But that's how it is. When you're a pedigree team, these are the challenges that you have to overcome.
My perspective of overwork, though, in this case, would be numbers, the amount of games they would have had to play. But they have been up to the task. And the management of the team has rotated the group, I think, in a way that allowed them to come as far as they are now. And we must remember they're also Caribbean champions. So all of that achieved this year. And of course, played in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Remember that blockbuster showpiece at the National Stadium. So it's been very good for Cavalier throughout the season, and on one hand, and been excellent for Mount Pleasant on the other hand, because they beat up everybody, beat them up bad right through the season. They're just dominant. I remember at one stage they were 13 games unbeaten.
Yeah, man, they set the record where, unbeaten. They set a lot of records this year, Mount Pleasant, and based on where Mount Pleasant is right now, I think some of the clubs we may need to do some soul searching as to how they're gonna approach this thing going forward, because I think with Mount Pleasant and with Cavalier, they have set the bar a little higher now.
Yeah, definitely.
And teams, even my team, on it, Gardens, I figured that
It look like every
maybe
journalist
no.
on it is their team.
Pardon me?
It seems as if all sports journalists,
I don't know about all sports journalists. I know that I am a Kingston 12 man. That's the first thing.
Which sports journalist is not Arnett Gardens?
I don't know. I can't speak for next man, but me know say me's a Kingston 12 man. Straight. Yeah, so me can't say nothing more than Arnett. But
almost every journalist, sports one. Yeah, you know, Arnett is your team. I remember Arnett have pedigree and Arnett have history. So a lot of people would have been Arnett.
What I'm saying, my point is now that is that the bar, I think, Mount Pleasant and Cavalier, they have set the bar higher now, and maybe these teams now will have to do some soul searching as to how they're gonna get in between these two teams going forward.
I wish them luck. It's gonna be a tough battle.
Never say never.
Because when you look at like Cavalier, this would have been their third final or fourth final in 5 years.
Yes.
So they've been a no-nonsense team when it comes to this part of the competition. And I remember last year they were runners-up in the Caribbean Cup tournament. Went a step further this time, became champions. So it is going to be a hell of a battle between themselves and Mount Pleasant. Just hope, we saw Mount Pleasant make an effort last year to shoot themselves in the foot. But let's hope there's no repeat of that this year. And they try.
Depends on how you're looking at it, though.
I mean, remember what happened at the
from
end.
The perspective from when you look at it.
Yeah, but when you look at what happened last year when Mount Pleasant lost in the final, and the entire coaching staff was sent packing, and they have to quickly readdress that situation. Apparently, it was too late to make real headways into the Caribbean Cup tournament. So let us hope it is smooth sailing this time around and no hiccups, right? Because, you know, of course, Mount Pleasant is my team. No, we don't make no bones about that. And but Cavalier is one of my favorite teams as well. So it's a win-win situation for me. But I just want to say the transition happened smoothly, unlike it did last year. So I don't think Mount Pleasant can afford that again. I mean, I think good sense will prevail this time around. But
either way, win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw. And
all right, so.
Switching a little bit, Bonnie Shaw still out injured, not able to get into this squad to play the USA. And another week or so on from now.
Yeah, and despite the fact that she has been out, she won the Golden Boot Award in England.
Right, right. So
she missed a huge chunk of the season and still was the Golden Boot Award winner. So, you know, they say there's no timeline on when she will be ready. I'm certain now that the season is over there. Maybe now, you know, it's all about pre-season work from now on in. And we'll see how Jamaica fits into this when she's fully fit.
And of course, there's cricket as well. We saw the IPL resuming over the weekend, first day washout. But the back regionally, the A team, the squad. Well, we spoke about the captaincy thing was last week.
No, man, this week was a weekend gone captain name. You know? Right. We never talk about that. So Rastan Chase
is captain.
Has been appointed, you know, having been out of Test cricket for more than 2 years. But he is a player you would say who would earn his spot on merit based on his all-round capabilities. You know, he has done some good work for the West Indies in the past. And, you know, when you look at the choices, you know, because it's a choice between him,
right, that's where I'm going. Yeah.
Brathwaite and John Campbell and so on. So I think this is a gamble that you know, I think I'm glad the region will be satisfied with that at the moment.
It really is a gamble because when you look at what they have to choose from, it's a serious challenge. Because
they could have got Shea Hope. They could have got that route there as well.
Shea Hope, I think Shea Hope opted not to accept.
No, well, Shea Hope is the white ball captain.
Right, so he's the white ball captain.
Yeah. But they could have looked in that direction.
My choice, though, was Da Silva, but he can't even make none of the teams right now. But what I'm kind of
remember, he was vice captain,
and he was vice captain. So
until they drop him. So
right, so one would want to think that being vice captain, he would ascend to the captaincy. But before that, he was dropped out of the side. I am kind of concerned that the choice, the move to select a captain is really not hinging on your cricketing skills, so to speak. It is, to a large extent, your administrative skills, your leadership skills, which would definitely be a part of it. But it seems like a lot of other things outside of playing cricket that would decide on you being selected as captain. But let us see what happens. I noticed, as I mentioned, the Silva, that they named the squads for the upcoming series against us. I think it's South Africa, the 8 teams. Him not in that, none at all. I said John Campbell is there for the first test. And Tevin Imlach is the man who's going to be captain in the team for that. The Alec Athanaze is captain also for one of the teams. But O'Shane Thomas comes back. But I'm really just concerned about the fact
and of course, the team will be coached by Andre Coley.
Yeah, good to see Andre back too.
Although he did say that his contract was basically with the coach of the A team, so he's back now. I think he'll be back in a zone that he is familiar and comfortable with. Maybe he could be considered again for the West Indies coach in the future.
I still think he did a good enough job at the highest level, and should not have been asked to part company with that job. But some politics involved.
Well, it was a strange decision by Cricket West Indies to have appointed Darren Sammy, the all-format coach.
Exactly. Darren, him get so powerful now. But I think we answer the break.
If it work out, well.
If it work out, they look like a genius.
Let's see.
All right, so we are on to our first break. We go to the break. The program is brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ultra-Race. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
Experiencing pain and discomfort from a hernia, struggling with a hard-to-heal wound or diabetic ulcer? At Hermosa Health, we specialize in providing affordable expert care for hernias and challenging wounds. Our experienced hernia repair specialists and wound care professionals are dedicated to helping you heal with personalized treatment plans tailored to your unique needs. Don't let pain hold you back any longer. Visit us today at 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios, and take the first step to a pain-free tomorrow. Call 383-2067.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio, IRIE FM. 17 minutes after 9 o'clock, and we're being joined by the chairman of the Premier League Professional Football Association. I saw it go again, Raja. Mr. Chris Williams. PFAJ.
No. No. It is PFJL.
Professional Football Jamaica Limited. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Hold on, man. Let me finish now.
All right.
Professional Football Jamaica Limited.
Okay. All right. That's what we need. We have bright people like
yeah,
the program. Yeah, well.
No, and it's an important point, because we're not, I don't know where this association
come from.
thought process came from. Because the reality is that the only way we're going to be able to fund the development and the operational needs is through running it as a business.
As a business, yes.
That is the harsh reality, because we don't have any big brother. We don't have any big brother. We don't have anybody for cut us a check. Whether whether it be government or JFF, or SDF, the size of the check that we need, boy, we have to go earn it, because we just don't have the financial support from any big brother. Or a good Samaritan, a benefactor. We don't have that. No, from where? From where? Or from no, and I mean, no, but there's nothing. But EPL and La Liga and Bundesliga, them don't have a big brother either. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying to you that we must, starting with you as the media, we must first begin to make the mental transition that the Jamaica Premier League is a business, like the NBA, like the NFL, like La Liga, like EPL, like Bundesliga. No, I know, yeah. But yes, no, I know it has started, but it still work because you still have made the mistake. So I'm saying, please stop making the mistake. We are an organization getting better and better at making commercial returns. All right. So Friday, Labor Day is the super final, Reneve super final. We're the subset association, man, for the league. Just say the league. All right. You know what? We are trying to move away from dream teams, right? Because as the ball round and everybody is trying to win. So the super final is an occasion. It's an outing for the family. Chill out at the stadium. Listen to some great music. Have some entertainment. Some comedy, some vibes, some sponsor giveaways, some artists. And of course, some excellent football. So we are moving the super final to be a festival, that you come and you have some fun. Yes. No, it is. We started it last year. The name is the super final. Yes. So we started it last year, Real Neville Super Final. And yes, it is a rebranding of the final, because you can't get the most popular teams to turn up every year. You're not going to get Man U and Liverpool or Barca and Real Madrid. You understand me? So you have to build a brand for the final and make it an occasion. And you just, whether whoever is in the game, it don't matter. You are come because it's the national final for the National League, and it's a occasion for you to go to the stadium and have some fun. Yeah. There are several. I mean, as you know, there's a quote that says, "In life, you have to pick your heart." But, losing weight is hard, but the illnesses that come with being overweight is also hard. You understand me? So the life is about picking your heart. And so we come into this knowing every season that we're going to get hard, we're going to get challenges. There's several, when the rain, it has been an extremely rainy 12 months, and that affects the surfaces and destroyed a number of our surfaces. We had the strike, of course, with the referees, that of course, hit us. We had the increased number of games moving from 2 rounds to 3 rounds, and that put a lot of pressure on the teams because we had, midweek games throughout the season. We had the national team fixtures. The national team played a number of friendlies, and so that affected us. So we have a number of challenges that hit us. Of course, 2 Thursdays ago we had the lights go out at the quarterfinals. So it's not for the faint of heart. Yeah.
From a surface point of view, Chris, are we at that point now? We can safely say we have long moved away from dirt and stone and them kind of pitch them now for top flight football.
Yeah, I mean, you see it. No. Having said that, it is not dirt and stone that we compare ourselves to. We compare ourselves to carpet. And at the start of the season, we had about 8, surfaces that were carpet, and the rain really, did that damage because, of course, we playing in the rain, so the surfaces are getting damaged.
What did we lose Chris?
It sounds so.
Yeah, looks like we have lost Chris. Yeah, but we'll get back, Chris. But Chris, we're losing you. We didn't get that.
Don't have a lot.
Oh, we're having a little.
You hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing it now. We're hearing it now.
Yes, you hear me?
Right, we're hearing it now. Yeah, man.
So I'm saying that, we have there's a need for drainage, on a lot of the fields. So the carpet is there, But during the rain, we have to have the kind of drainage below the surface so that the field doesn't get damaged while they're playing during the rain.
Chris, what about are we the clubs now at the stage now where they don't train on the field again?
Yeah, man. They don't train on most of them. I mean, they will train just before game day. But most of the work and so on, ball work. No, that takes place on the field again.
Okay, because
we understand that the field can't take it. So that's. No, man, that's so
those days are behind. Those days are behind us.
Those days are behind. But I'm saying to you, the top two things that affect the surface is the rain and then the playing on the surface during the rain, which you can't help because the match don't blow off. So we have to play.
All right, Chris, we're heading to a break now. When we come back from the break, I want you to share with us and the listeners in terms of the prices for the stadium on Friday, the times, and so on and so forth. But we're running to a break and then we come right back. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
Carb Sales, #1 for home and hardware. Call us at 876-954-2220 or visit us at Main Street in Duncan Streloni.
The time is
9:31. Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE. And we're speaking with the chairman of the Professional Football Jamaica Limited, Chris Williams. Chris, on the sound.
Yeah, man, you sound excellent.
We learned.
One thing with you, you're an idiot. You understand? You're an idiot. You learn fast.
Thank you very much for your kind words.
Yeah, my boy, man. Yeah, man. You're good, boy.
All right, so Chris, on Friday, we're expecting the National Stadium to be jam-packed because we know what happened the last time around. In terms of tickets, how are people going to be able to get tickets for the game? What time are the games? Because the third place game is also going to be on. Share all that information with us.
Yeah, man. So we have the tickets online at carrottickets.com, and you can also get the tickets at the JFF office. And you can stay tuned to our Instagram page, Jamaica Premier League, and we get the updated information as it drops. Now the prices are grandstand 3,500 and VIP 5,000 and bleachers 2,000. Gates open from 1 p.m. and the first game kicks off at 4 p.m. And the super final, kicks off at 7 p.m. So nice, spread out, long day. Can come hang out, and we'll in between the games, we will have various forms of entertainment, culminating with the salute to Not Nice during the halftime of the super final. And that salute will be presented by his friends, artists that have performed on a number of his tracks that will be coming to surprise him and salute him on Friday during the super final halftime.
Okay, I was about to ask you what time, because I remember last year there was a little issue during the halftime thing.
Yeah, man.
I think you fix that now. You're going to fix that this time.
Right, we are going to try. As you know, last year the people jumped the fence and run up on the field. So we are going to have police and things around the field. Cause we have some really special friends of his coming. So we know that they're going to get excited when these people come. So we are saying nobody run up on the field.
And of course, you got to keep it tight during the halftime break.
Right, as you know, it's still a football match.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. So we have to restart at a specific time. So we're asking for them to just jump up and down in their spots. But, we're giving thanks. We're getting a lot of support. Again, big up to Not Nice for his work in dancehall over the last 20 years. And, and we love the marriage between dancehall and the Jamaica Premier League. Because, as you know, our players, that's what them listening to when them warming up and, them kicking back in them dressing room and so on. So we want to, make sure, salute the role that dancehall is playing in football. And of course, dancehall is also saluting football because, as you know, a number of the artists are regulars at our games. They come out and them have them team and them watch the ball and things. So, the marriage has been working. So that's the lineup for Friday. Get there early. The gates have been working nicely. But just as long as people don't rush come late. You understand me? If you just come out early. Once you come out early, we can get in everybody smoothly and comfortably. So may I ask, no bother with the last minute thing, 5 minutes to 7, when the match blow off, you push come in, and, so just come early. And of course, no bother jump on the field when Not Nice friend them come out.
Chris, we know it's challenging times and resources are hard to come by. How have you managed throughout this season in terms of sponsorship?
Yeah, it's been a rough season. It's been a rough season, I must tell you. The roughness is not really from the sponsorship. The roughness is because we moved from 2 rounds to 3 rounds.
Okay, yeah.
And that is a 50% increase in cost. And nobody can't pass that on to a sponsor. First of all, a number of our sponsorship contracts were already signed. You understand me?
Yeah.
And so when you can't go back to a man and say, can you increase the thing 50%? Them literally laugh you out of the room. So we have been hit by a massive deficit this year. Massive deficit because of the number of games. So referees, everything went up. Ambulance, match commissioner, everything went up because there's more games.
Is this something that you'll take into consideration going forward? Is a lesson learned? Is something that you look to reconsider? What is the plan going forward? Bearing in mind that you have seen what this additional round has done, or is just full
It's not it's not our decision. It's JFF's decision. We don't determine the structure of the competition. JFF does. No, we take a big blame for it because the truth is they are giving us the rules, way in advance, and we did not, highlight. We didn't recognize that, the competition had increased. So, it's a lot of moving parts, and and it's hard to manage. So this year was a rough year. This year
is there something? Although you say it's the JFF call, is it something that you'll be willing to point out in advance for the next season?
Yes, and we did try to get it delayed and give us more time because obviously as you see, we're on a nice upward trajectory, but we're definitely not there yet to move to 3 rounds. So yes, I'm not, it's not my company, it's the club's company. I'm the chairman on their behalf. So I will have to be guided by them. But my recommendation to them is to, ask for some adjustment to that because it's everything literally doubled in price and cost, and it has been impossible to balance the book. Impossible.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it has been very, very hard on us.
But the prize money has not changed, though.
No, prize money has not changed. But that's not. You say it like that's a good thing. That the prize money is still way too low.
Okay.
So that's
remind us what is it again?
So the total prize money for every is 6.5 million. Of that, 3 million is to the winner. I will split up the balance.
And of course, they would have been getting some monies throughout the competition. So all that would add to the 3 million and the others. Figures.
Yeah, but when you thought the running a club is minimum $30 million. Minimum
per season.
Per season. So honestly, I rate the club owners. Rate them. Because
but I hear you soon own a club too.
Me? No, sir. What do you mean? No, sir. Me can't manage that. Bro, we don't have them level of money there.
Yeah, as I said that somebody just took me and said they want to be broke like you.
You can't see that. You just sit down. But I'm a little down. I'm a little down because, I am a finance man, so I like to see things balanced in terms of income versus expenditure and getting the clubs a certain level of financial returns on their investment. And we haven't been able to do that. We haven't. And it's hard. I don't see myself being able to pull off a 3 round. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't know where I would find additional.
So we're going back there next season?
Pardon?
We're going back there next season?
Yes. Okay. That's the plan.
Okay.
That's the plan. And I'm saying, boy, I can't manage that. Me personally. May I tell you the truth? Because, may I tell you, this year was rough. This year was rough. I couldn't find, and the sponsors. It's not, when you call up a sponsor, some of the sponsors, them take, 6-7 months to pay you, and it's rough, man. It's rough. So,
well, guess what? You're at the final hurdle for this season. You had some of the same complaints last year. It magnifies now because you have 3 rounds, but you still pull it off. Are you going 3 rounds again next time? Guess what?
Yeah.
We have all the confidence that you are still going to be able to pull it off. So
we pull it off. We don't own the money, and we don't know where we find it from, but we found it.
Mm-hmm.
We dealt with it. So yeah, I guess you're right. So, but Jamaica. One thing I can say, Jamaica love the Jamaica Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
And it really warms my heart to see how much Jamaica loves local football.
Well, we want to say congratulations to you again, Chris and Chris Williams and your team.
Yeah,
and we're looking forward to the culmination of the season on Friday inside the National Stadium. It should be an epic battle, especially
epic, because as you know, there's no love lost between these two teams.
Exactly. And them taking it now and make a practice every year.
Every year. Yeah.
So, and they locked at 1-1 now. So let's see
exactly.
who goes ahead.
So this is the decider.
Yeah, this is the decider. Thanks again, Chris, for speaking with us.
Man. Thank you for having me.
All right. So we're gonna be continuing to speak with more stakeholders in the Premier League in a short while. But Roger, they've been cursing us on YouTube, them, so we now read them comment, But
on the YouTube,
yeah,
okay.
Take time with me, man. East side. Take time with me, man. All right? We're not going to leave it alone still. We're going to keep doing it. All right, so Richard Thomas says, can you give a number for the number of matches Mount Pleasant played so far this season? So Mount Pleasant will have played 39, the season was 39 matches, and then they would have played 2 matches after that, the 2 semi-final matches. So that would have been an overall 41 matches. And of course, they would have scored 93 from the preliminary round, and 2 in the semi-finals. So that's 95 goals overall. Wow.
So all the teams in the top 4 would have played the same amount of games, I would think.
Right, so far. Right.
Right, yeah.
So 39 matches plus 2 make 41 matches overall. And 95 goals so far. And they would have won 30 matches. Yeah, because yesterday's game was a drawn result. So they would have won 30 matches out of 41 games. Excellent going. Hey, let us check back with the. You have some of the comments on YouTube there, Raja? Because I don't want East Side cost me no more.
I'll have to go search, but yeah.
And then later on we'll have some of the comments on the TikTok, because we have listeners here. Ron Johnson says, clock into what's the score on the nation's #1. Welcome, brethren. Richard Thomas again said, Mount Pleasant is the reason more Jamaicans watching the Premier League. You really think so? Because remember, Mount Pleasant started with a bang in terms of spectators, whole heap of fans, lots of fans. But I think we have lost some of the fans. Hopefully,
no, you see, with the advent of Mount Pleasant, that whole representation of the North Coast,
yeah,
would certainly that's a fan base by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's true representation of that region. So, you're talking about from Port Maria go right back to even Falmouth,
I would say Westmoreland too, because people usually leave Westmoreland, come to Draxal, watch Mount Pleasant.
Yeah. So that's just true representation of a particular region, So And as I say, Mount Pleasant, they're really up the ante in terms of how, football is at the moment. And
of course brought new life to the whole
teams.
Fanfare and fan expectation and fan satisfaction, especially those first 2-3 years, really gravitated. The fans really gravitated towards Mount Pleasant at that time. So Mount Pleasant has done a lot in terms of attracting the football fans. So.
And they're here to stay for the.
Well, as long as them don't.
Mount Pleasant don't look like Mount Pleasant one of those teams that will be battling relegation anytime soon.
Oh, Lord, that word, I don't think that word is in their vocabulary. Not at all. I see we have another big basketballer getting ready to join the Jamaica team. What's it? 6'7", Tyron Dilati Bodier. Wow.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. All right. We should be joining now. Rudolph Speed is on. All right. Mr. Speed, how you doing, sir? Still celebrating?
I'm good. And you, Raja, how are you?
I'm fine, man. And congratulations on your achievements so far this season, sir.
Yeah, we have to say big congratulations. So you are Mount Pleasant plan up every year to do this thing. Mr. Speed?
I don't know about that, but I was prepared.
So we've been celebrating all day today, getting into the final for about the 5th time or 4th time in 5 years.
4th time in 5 years. No, I wasn't celebrating. I was actually doing a class today until 2 o'clock. So I was up from 7 o'clock at that class doing a B license for coaches. So I'm kind of busy.
Oh, that's all like you were lecturing, not sitting in a class learning.
Correct, lecturing.
Oh, okay. That is good. Excellent. Yeah. So, having gotten into the final of the Premier League yesterday, you were teaching coaches today. Wow.
Yeah, and tomorrow.
and any of those students, Mr. Speed, is on the verge of giving you trouble?
Well, one gave me a hard time in the quarterfinals. I thought he was so good. I was just admiring him. That's Rudolph Aston. I think he was excellent, yeah.
Uh-huh. Talk to us about the journey throughout the playoffs so far. You spoke about Portmore, and then you had, was it Arnett Gardens to contend with in the semifinals?
Right. So Portmore is set up a little bit different. Clearly, they don't have an out-and-out striker, so they set up to play with false 9. And their transition to defense is the best I've seen in the Premier League since I've been coaching in it. So they are one tough cookie. As you know, they have the second best defensive unit. They don't score a lot of goals, but they were set up to penetrate through the wings. So I must tell you, that was the Portmore games, as you know, it went to extra time before we finally got the win. In the second game, that was an enthralling game. We just scraped home by 2-1. But then now we had to travel to Montego Bay 3 days after that game to play. We play the Monday and we have to play the Thursday. And we play Arnett Gardens. I thought Arnett Gardens should have been on.
You're breaking up. Go again.
We should have won the game coming up back. But then when we came back to Kingston a couple of days.
We're not getting Mr. Speed so clearly.
You're
breaking up, Mr. Speed. We missed out what you said a while ago.
No, I said after. So when we came back to Kingston, we played Arnett Gardens the Thursday in Montego Bay. We thought we should have won the game maybe by 2-0. And then we come back into Kingston, and Arnett Gardens just stepped up their game big time. They were running and playing extremely well at most of the possession. And again, we had to pull out all the stops to defeat them by same 2-1 margin. So it has been a hectic quarterfinal and semi-final, those 4 games. I thought our defense stand up well. We only conceded 2 goals in the 4 games, which is very unlike what we were doing in the league. And I think that is what carried us through. And then there was some very good individual performance by us. Dwayne Atkinson.
Oh, Lord.
He was like, that's how you get fans to come to the game.
Yeah,
when
it's a
people
big
know that they're
occasion,
such a
man.
player. Yeah, when people know that they're such a player. So while winning, he was entertaining, and I thought that was one of the highlights.
Yeah, he did the same thing in the Caribbean Cup final too. Yeah. So he's really a big occasion, man.
Yeah, they say he's the best player in the Caribbean. They voted for him, and he has been living up to the moniker since. He's simply irresistible to play at this particular point in time. We have to hope he stays healthy.
I see him in the 60-man squad for the Gold Cup preliminary, the professional squad for the Gold
deserving.
Cup.
He would be. I mean, if there's anybody otherwise, probably Richard King, who is a, permanent fixture. If and a few other players. If there's anybody from Jamaica local is gonna be in that squad, then yes, I think he's deserving of it.
Speaking about yesterday's game, and you mentioned that Arnett really upped the ante in terms of how they came out and perform against you. What would have been going through your mind throughout the game, being and how Arnett was playing, and maybe you had that individual spark to come? Was that one individual spark you're hoping that would have pulled you through in the end?
No, when we saw how Arnett was playing, we decided the team was just playing too good to try. I mean, we could try, but why beat the team when we could beat a few individuals? So
explain that.
Right. So yeah, it's a myth that you have to beat the whole team. You don't need to. If you can find weaknesses or you can find their strengths and nullify it is likely. So we know Warner Brown is likely to score on us, but he operates in a particular zone of the pitch best. So what we did was, put Richard King as a left stopper and Ian was at left back. They are both players who are faster than Warner Brown. I mean, you might not notice it, but they are lightning quick for defenders. So they were able to contain him. Then you have Parker Blacks, who is the boogeyman. He is the boogeyman of the Premier League. Parker Blacks can turn a game and it's out and nothing at all.
Almost did last night too.
Yeah, so we man-mark him. Of course, him still did. Almost pick up a penalty, but we man-mark him, which is unusual for us to man-mark anybody. And in the second half, I was saying to one of the players, look here, stop Parker alone. You need to run to make him start run up and down and follow you. Because those two, they have scored like about 40% or nearly 50% of 100 goals. So what you want to do is to make sure that them don't get on the board by doing different things to them. And then, as you know, we had Sam Atkinson. He's our best attacking player. We put him on who we thought was their worst defender. And the rest was history.
Wow. I wonder if you map out the Mount Pleasant thing same way.
Trust me, even more.
So what is it going to be?
Yeah, I tell you.
After the game, you tell us.
Yeah. But Tapa doing the same thing. Tapa would have worked out already too, so it's going to be hell and powder house on Sunday.
Well, it's not just him. I saw the cameras that was put up around the field, people in some blue shirt was taping everything. They're going to be running through them database and trying to pick up all our moves.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm used to that. When we played Cincinnati, that's what they did last year. So I know what good technology is, but
so you don't have that technology yet?
No, I don't. I don't. But so I'm fine. I'm fine. We'll see. Because, as you know, AI can't get the better of human being yet. So, yeah, it's good, but we'll see what happens.
Coming out of what transpired at the last time that these two teams met in the final last year, it went into penalties. How different you see both teams this year going into the final again?
Well, we lost 6 of our players now. We lost Kelly, who was our number 6, who just sat in front of the defense and didn't move a lot. We lost, as you know, to our defenders. To Mount Pleasant. We lost Nicholas Hamilton, lost Trooping, who went to, so we lost 6 really good players. And a few more fringe players, Ronaldo Robinson, Ronaldo Bart. We lost all of those players. Like about 8 players would have lost out of the squad that played last year. So we were always in a rebuilding stage. So our exploits in the Caribbean was made with a MAGA squad. And I mean, we don't have much more.
But although you lost 6 players, you would have gained some players, some good players.
No, we lost about 8. Yeah, we got a few players, but we're not in the transfer market. What we tried to do mostly was to add to what, add from our youth. But we got about 3 players, yeah. We tried to add from our youth structure.
Okay.
But it was still a process to make back a team, During the year, we experimented with a lot of different styles. And I suppose we had to abandon some for the players. They just weren't conceding too many goals. We conceded more goals than the game that we play, which is very uncharacteristic.
Things are changing for Cavalier, I would presume. I'm seeing a lot of spectators now for Cavalier, unlike what we were seeing a few years ago. Eh? Go again, Mr. Speed, not hearing you.
It was uncharacteristic, but it's something that we're sorry. No, so we're conceding too many goals, but we worked on it for the playoffs, and we see that it's bearing fruit. We're tidy at the back now. Richard King is like colossal length.
Yeah,
Ainsworth, very good at the back, and then McClear has been turning up to score the odd goals, 2 goals in 4 games. So yeah, we see a lot of improvement, and we like what we're seeing. We're probably peaking at the right time.
And I'm talking about improvement in terms of their spectator count.
Well, you can never tell who is a Cavalier spectator. But one thing I know, when we scored the goal, more than half the stadium was jumping up and down. So I'm just assuming that.
People are growing into Cavalier now.
New fans.
And like how them say Cavalier have money now, more people will be coming.
Well, no, I think that's you and a few people have spread that rumor about Cavalier.
Remember a lot of people from the messy thing say Cavalier fix up themselves nicely. And I'm sure you would be proud of being able to do that.
Well, you remember that was one game. We played 9 before that at Jamaica and nobody came.
But Mr. Speed, you spoke about, have to rely on, replenishing your team from within. Is this something that you have to make sustainable for your club circumstance, or is it something that is not sustainable, none at all?
If you look at the Premier League, if that's gonna be a MO where you buy players all the time and pay them top dollars, it's not sustainable in no way, shape, or form. So we definitely have to be looking. So we have a business model and we have a game model. So our business model is, listen, there's a set of persons who want to play the game, and their MO is that they want to project themselves. They want to get overseas contracts. So they are willing to, for development of their career, to take less pay instead of going in an environment where they don't get to play a lot. So that is what we offer. Hey, come here, you get to play X amount of games. Whether you're going to college or whether you want to go professional, this is the best place for you to be. So we have sold that and people have believed in it, and that's our business model. So again, I say, if you're not a teenager, when you come to the club, you must be a teenager unless you're a national player somewhere. So we have kept that business model right throughout the years, and it worked out for us.
Okay.
Has been working.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, man, I was saying it has been working in terms of, that sustainability for your club. And here you are now, challenging every year. So going forward, that is... you don't say a change. You don't say a change. You don't suppose you become a wealthy club. Wealthy in terms of, you have turned the corner. Is that model would still be the way to go.
All right.
Yeah, yes, because
hold on, Mr. Speed. Don't answer yet. Let us take a call and then we come back to you answering that question. Caller, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Williams.
How you doing, my friend?
Mr. Speed gone?
No, Mr. Speed is still on, man.
Mr. Speed,
yes, sir.
good evening, sir. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. And you?
Me vex, man. Pan with me with my shirt, me can't get my shirt, man.
That's all we get that shirt then. He's a man.
What shirt you talk about, Robert?
He did win one shirt about 2 years ago. One Cavalier shirt.
Thank you.
Robert, that's your fault, man. You're supposed to collect it.
Yeah, I'll take the blame.
But we have no shirt now, do you know?
That is what I said the last time. You hear that? The shirt them sold out.
They're a big
So
team,
that will be next year.
All right, but I'm going to ensure that I get your shirt for you, my boss.
Next season.
It's my fault. I never collected it from Mr. Speed.
Let's find this. I got back to you, man.
No, probably what we can do is make him give you 2 instead. Because remember, him is Caribbean champion too, you know. And you won that shirt before he was Caribbean champion.
You don't have to tell me that, man. Remember, me come for Hanover, a man to go be a Navy, a Cavalier, me say.
Respect.
Yes.
Original Duncan Destroyer.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
All right, sir. So we're going to Mr. Williams.
Well, you tell us.
A long time I don't really care about me, I listen still, you know.
All right, keep on listening, man.
Yeah.
Less up yourself.
I want to big up to me local lady, you know. But now we're already laughing, you know.
What you for your name, lay name again, man?
Hey, John Collier.
Big up John Collier.
And I can't big up the whole Cab Road people, man. Yeah, turn that tongue, big up yourself. Or you go cuss me a man in the year. So big up yourself, turn that tongue.
All right.
On that tongue.
Big up yourself.
That's some name in our mouth.
Bolo, Fisher, big up yourself. Uncle Tom, Uncle Mark, big up yourself.
All right. Respect and thanks for the call here, sir.
All right, Mr.
Right.
Remember my shirt in the boss.
No, I'm not going to forget it this time, man. I'll do it,
They're going to work on Sunday.
as soon as the new stock comes for next year.
Nice tuning.
What is about Sunday?
About tuning more, Mr. Speed, man.
Mount
Yeah, man. Respect.
Yes, man,
No problem.
Boy, you sound like you get greedy now. Anybody ever beat Mount Pleasant by 2 goals until this season?
All right, you're going to see what happens.
Mr. Speed, too. But Cavalier scored 2 goals on Mount Pleasant this season, Mr. Speed?
Yeah, we give them 2-0.
That match that ended where you had 10 players?
No. Remember the Champions League, we won 2-0.
Okay.
Caribbean Cup. And we won 2-1 with 10 players. And we draw 2-2. We were leading twice. We were leading
Okay, yes.
2-0 and the Mount Pleasant come back 2-2 in one of the games this year.
Okay. All right. We'll run to a quick break for a time signal and we'll come back with Mr. Speed. Because you still have that question as yet. The program is brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. We go to a quick break.
Health registered ambulatory surgery center in St. Anne offers orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, neurosurgery, stem cell and platelets-rich plasma procedures, affordable specialist wound and hernia clinics and surgery, a registered day surgery facility with modern operating theater suites. Enjoy spacious, comfortable and welcoming surroundings. We accept all major health cards. Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370 or 383-2067.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE FM. We've been joined by Simon Preston, the press officer for the Jamaica Football Federation. We'll be speaking with him in a short time. Mr. Speed, yes, back to that question that Roger asked you.
Right, Roger was inquiring if I would change my business model.
Yeah, should you become a wealthy, that wealthy club?
Roger, it's going to take a lot of things. But, from time to time, we have to evolve, or else you're going to die, or you have to evolve to get certain results. So if we see where we need to evolve when we look at where we are, yes, we will change. Not a lot, though, because I think there's always a market, basically, or there's always a subset of players whose ambition align themselves perfectly with ours. And also, we think it is important that players who would have started with us from their 12, 13, gets an opportunity to represent a club without changing at the Premier League level. If they would have gone through all the training programs and established themselves as worthy to play Premier League. So our team, 90% of our team right now, and so it has been for the last 5 years, 7 years, which we have gone to the Premier League semi-final for the last 7 years every single year. 90% of the players are played for Cavalier as a teenager. So that's a record that we're extremely proud of and we want to continue.
Okay. So finally, Mr. Speed, heading into Sunday.
Friday.
Friday. I know you're a positive man, but what can you tell us about the expected outcome on Friday against Mount Pleasant in the final?
Right. So I call it the trilogy, right? So, I mean, it was always, last year when I look at the teams, I thought they would be back in the finals. So, based on their strengths, I mean, they have a lot of money, they buy the best players, they have the best coaching staff. They've imported a man who was running a professional club in England to come down here to run Mount Pleasant. I mean, you name it, there's no reason for them not to win. They were the best team in the league. They came first on points, best scoring team, best defensive team, best home record, best away record. You name it, they are just the best at everything, and people always say as good as your record. But as I say, throw all of that out of the window come Friday, because it's one game, 90 minutes, two teams, and we're going to see, as far as me is concerned, may the best team win, but I have a sneaky feeling that all of that record will mean nothing coming Friday, and Cavaliers will really come in and to give off their best. Our greatest challenge now is all of that 56 match that we would have played in less than 10 months. How does that affect us come Friday? And that's what we're working on. If we can get ourselves back up to about 85% of our maximum, I think we should be good. 85-90%, we should be good.
I would want to presume that you have your team in camp for the rest of this week.
No, they're not in camp for the rest of it, but at some point that will happen.
If I never knew you well, Mr. Speed, I would say you sound like you get beaten already. But I just know you're just rendering lip service to that, because you have no doubt that you are coming out on top.
Thank you.
But
I think you are the one who have the doubt either, but thank you very much. That's important.
Thank you very much, and all the best on Friday.
Why is Roger have that red thing around him neck? What is it?
You don't pay that no man. Liverpool. It is representing Arsenal.
Until the season finish, it will be around my shoulder.
All right, we'll have Speed.
Until
Thanks
the
again.
season finish.
Thank you.
All right, I think we have a call on the line. Let's go to the call. Caller, good evening. Welcome. Caller?
Yeah.
Greetings.
Yeah, my general.
How you doing, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know my general. What I deal with now.
You tell me. Talk up a little more in the phone.
All right. Yeah, you must can hear me better now.
Yeah, man. I hear you better now, man.
Yes, man. I know a ravers and when we come, a trouble, because my sorry Speed never stay upon the phone,
Him still on, man.
Yeah. I want to hear me, man, because the first thing I go ask you, Mr. Speed, good night.
Good night, sir. How are you?
All right, man. Me there, man. Respect, First thing I ask you still, did Mount Pleasant and Cavalier play a Jackson this season?
Yeah, man, I'm Mount Pleasant win the match 3-0.
3-0? Okay. A while ago when you was talking about Cavalier beat Mount Pleasant, remember you say you lead one match and then come back 2-2. You win the other match in the club championship. Then you say you beat Mount Pleasant 2-1. You never mentioned that.
No, I never talked about the 2-1. That's true. I said I was leading 2 and they come back 2-2. I never even talked about the 2-1 beat.
You still never mentioned say you get 3 at Jackson. We never hear that.
Me leave out 2 of them. Me leave out the one who beat at Tivoli and the one who did not.
Why you leave out that one?
Believe out
Why
two of
on
them,
earth
Carla.
you leave out
Carla,
that
you're
one?
not listening.
But that is the
Believe
worst
out two
beating.
results.
Listen. Yes, but out between the two sides, that was the worst beating. One of them get, the 3-0, So how you feel leave out the top winning? Remember that was the top winning between the two teams. You never give Mount Pleasant 3 this season.
But me expect you to say it. But you're saying it now.
Me if you say it, I saw your turn. Yeah, next point me I touch with you now. We are reason. Listen now, we don't have enough time. You're not fit do it. You're not fit do it. You listen.
Do what?
You say Cavalier, before Mount Pleasant coming at football, you was the kingpin. We all know say Cavalier by the whole of the best young player them. Every best young player in Jamaica, Cavalier try buy them.
We not buy nobody. We not spend no money. Free.
Give me a talk, man. Give me a
no,
talk.
but your point is we not buy nobody. We come for free.
Finish and you deal with in case.
Let's give me a talk now, man. Rather them come or you buy them, we know say a Cavalier of the best young player them in Jamaica. No Arnett, no Umberland, no Portmore. You have the best young player them. Whether you buy or get or trust them, it no matter. Right? You was the kingpin. No. You never have no only for competition, You see, since Mount Pleasant come now, we know say football a business. All over the world. See Liverpool there, see City there. Them buy the best player, they no business with you. Them take your player with their money and that's how football is.
Hey, but Carla, hold on 1 second, Carla. Since since Mount Pleasant came around, how much time Mount Cavalier won the Premier League title one time before Cavalier came around? Am I right, Mr. Speed?
One time before Mount Pleasant came
and
around.
Since Mount Pleasant come around, Mr. Speed been winning.
Yes, and Carla, for your education, since Mount Pleasant was around.
Hold on, Carla. Let Mr. Speed respond.
Listen, man, since Mount Pleasant come around, Cavalier has been in the semi-final 7 consecutive times. Win the Premier League 2 times, Mount Pleasant winning 1 time, and we run up 1 time. That is the record since you come around and buy all of the players them with Jamaica have.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
That is the record since you come around and buy. But yet
so I didn't get good. I didn't get good before Mount Pleasant. I really got good when Mount Pleasant came. That is the time Cavalier got good.
All right. Rather you get good. When me I say still, whenever you talk, you always depend this topic like Mount Pleasant by the whole of good players. Them is this side. We come and them carry. Nobody no need to do that. It's football. It's business.
They're not true. Is it true?
Nothing wrong with that, Carla.
Is it true? Did I say anything wrong with that? I just point out the facts.
But me I say, fear name out the whole of them because you just alright.
But you don't name out what you want name out. Me not understand you. You fit talk anything you want talk and then me not say what me want say.
But Carla, hold on, Carla. What Mr. Speed is saying is that Mount Pleasant buy the best players. You are saying that you are saying that Cavalier buy the best young players.
But nobody at Mount Pleasant never did a company attack.
Yeah, but you can't blame Mr. Speed for that.
No, me not say that, but me I say straightforward. Me I tell him say,
he said enough to talk about it then.
Mind. Him showing bad mind, straightforward. Because look here.
So you say enough to talk about it.
Carla, I'm me a Caribbean champion, you know. I'm me carry Messi come here when my bad mind about.
Yeah, me not say no, matter
Carla, me sound like Carla, come on. Come on. Shame on you. Carla, I'm me and the team will achieve a lot since Mount Pleasant coming up. Carla, you know something? Let me tell you some more things. Hold
on, little Carla. Let Mr. Speed say something. Hold on. Let me hear Mr. Speed say.
Carla, come on. Me have a real business when we run in a Cavalier where we have a business model or work for us, right? I am not bad man in Mount Pleasant. I'm just pointing out some facts. If you tell me one thing we are not facts, I take it back.
We never talk about the 3-0 way again. That means.
Carla, but you talk about it now. Thank you.
No,
fine.
But
me not deny it.
Never come and highlight it. Who no member would have feel like Cavalier only beat up Mount Pleasant. Them would know about the 3. So I look at Mount Pleasant have somebody can come. But listen now, let me say something.
Yes, me agree.
Let me talk now. Give me a 5 minutes now, no man. Give me a 2 minutes now. Me not like how you talk. Because if you just come, you have to say, I could have a good match, this, that, because the 2 sides have good players. First of all, you make it sound like Mount Pleasant are the big favorite because But
Mount Pleasant must be the favorite.
But to be fair, Carla, to be fair, based on what Mount Carla, to be fair, now listen, to be fair, Mount Pleasant has to be the favorite.
Must be the favorite.
Me understand.
Yeah.
So what you are saying is that although Mount Pleasant is the favorite, nobody shouldn't say Mount Pleasant is the favorite.
In the way how him say, because look here, are two big side I go play.
Yes.
Him want it look like, hold on no man, him want it look like Mount Pleasant are the big favorite and him the little underdog go and beat.
No, but Cavalier would have to be the underdog despite the fact that they are Caribbean champions. But based on how the competition has gone over the season.
Me not say no.
Remember say Mount Pleasant lick. Well I know Mount Pleasant lick with everything in front of them and 93 goals Mount Pleasant scored.
I agree.
93 points.
Yeah. But remember just give Cavalier.
Yeah, but understand that. But and Mount Pleasant beat. That's what I say. Mount Pleasant lick with everybody in front of them, including Cavalier.
All right. Listen. We lick with everybody. We are the done. We are the favorite.
Of course.
Yet still, all right. Then I remember me agree with that. You know, me only I tell you when talking.
You never talk about the money, Carla. When you spend that 1 month, me take you spend that now 2 years. Me never even talk about that.
Literally a daily sitting there you talk about, man. Let me tell you straight what you try to say. You try to tell the world, say Mount Pleasant spend how much money, how much ball, how much coach, or go buy ball, or shouldn't play. Yet still you don't do nothing, but you can beat them. And that's you just say.
Well, make we see how it goes on the car.
No. Mr. Speeder said that him have a business model where work. Mount Pleasant, they have a business model which we welcome in Jamaica because I think with Mount Pleasant advent in Jamaica, they have certainly up the ante certain way that hold on. That's what I was saying earlier. You see the business model where Cavalier are work for them, and you see the business model for Mount Pleasant. It's hard for look, me's a honest guard, man. And me not see no team right now come between Mount Pleasant and Cavalier for the foreseeable future. Based off of the two teams.
If you know, so if you just rate Mount Pleasant and stop talk, so only go away when you talk like him.
But Carla, you must
admit to me bad mind anybody, Carla, with when me do.
The money, you know. Listen, the money we all know. So Mr. Speed is a rich man, you know.
No, well, you say stop the frame, you know. Stop lying, you know.
We are getting right of Jamaica Premier League. You have a side now where turn up there. Turn up with you where you know say yes, that the side name a call up to, that the side a bad side too, that the side they come make
too bad side,
rise up to. Yeah.
But Carla, remember you know, Mount Pleasant thing not normal, you know. Mount Pleasant Mount Pleasant set the pace in terms of the whole revolution of football in Jamaica, you know. But you still have to give me some speed. You still have to give me some speed credit for what him do to, you know.
You say me respect him a big coach.
But you can't blame him. You can't blame him if he talk about it.
He coming like a Real Madrid coach, you know. Me tell you that because all when the Premier League did start and inside the way done everybody has said this and that. We know say when Cavaliers start roll, them a go roll, and we know say the more the competition go on, the better Cavalier get. Them is like a Real Madrid, so it's not like we no rate them.
All right, so come out Friday. Me sure you have their stadium Friday. So come out and make us see what go on.
And me I look for him and go shake hand and tell him say I did it on the phone. But before me hang up, let me show you next, because I'm sure you talk like in rate where I mean I understand him, man. When you ask him about Arnett, you know, you in the study Arnett and he tell you, you know, if, all right, you have a side like we will score 90 at goal, have 5 man will score over 10 goal, broke much record in the league, win the league with most about 4 to 5 games left. If me remember good. And when you ask him about Arnett, how he deal with Arnett and he tell you, ask him about Mount Pleasant, he ain't say, like him I try to say, yeah man, that's even easier. Tell me if I lie, me I tell before.
Then Friday we're not going to see it, man. Friday we're going to be seeing it. We're going to be seeing it. You know, so
I never said it would be easier. I said, tell them what me I go do.
One thing I can tell you, Carla, if Mr. Speed say it easier, you don't listen to him. I mean, no tap and I take that as no serious conversation.
No, see a dangerous side him go play.
Of course.
This a match a coming like when you used to have cowboy show. And the two done come. And everybody have to lock up the bar.
Carla, we gone. We're out of time. All right. Respect and thanks to the call. Yeah?
Rave as a call, yeah.
Big up yourself, Rave.
All right. All right, sir.
All right. All right. We have some more callers, but we have to run to a break. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Old Risk. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
Want to upgrade your home this Labor Day but don't know where to start? Check Home and Things. We have the deals that will do the work for you. Get unbeatable deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows and doors, plus so much more. Enjoy big savings this Labor Day. Visit Home and Things at 17 Old Hope Road or 68.5 Constant Spring Road and get deals that will work for you.
I don't know why.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Who was the first track star? We don't know, but our track star, them a rock star. That's how we do it. From sports to music, red stripe in a deep bar. Everybody move it, prove it. Pakistan's dance all and reggae. When ball a play, our squad a feed there. Ready, we ready for any occasion. Gold red stripe in a hand. Why you the band? All how we make Jamaica. That's how we do it. Red stripe. 18 years old, drink and live responsibly.
Looking for somewhere to get scrumptious food? No worries. Palmwood Chicken is simply the best. With a wide array of food options for you to choose from, our signature chicken combo meals, original, spicy, barbecue, and mango chili. Ask about our mango spicy wings, vibes, wow, and sandwiches when you stop by. Visit us at 15 Duke Street, Falmouth, and 31 Barnett Street, Montego Bay. From Mondays to Sundays, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Follow us on Instagram at Falmouth_chicken. We are simply the best, and we look forward to serving you.
It's the 19th annual Best of the Best concert
on Sunday, May 25th.
For the first time sharing the stage in Miami, Florida. Bushu Banton.
This one is called Overjoy.
Paris Amon, Wayne Wonder, 450, Chronic Class, Skinny Fabulous, Romaine Virgo, Marcia Griffiths, Nadine Sutherland.
Sunday, May 25th, Bayfront Park, downtown Miami.
This show is a family show. Gates open 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets available at bestofthebestconcert.com.
Call 305-438-9488.
Red Rock presents Girls Gone Wild Brunch, 69 Shades of Pink, May 23rd. Place to be at Yorton Sports Complex, Linset St. Catherine. Admission, 3,000 pre-sold, 5,000 at the gate. Music by Sound Madness, DJ Baddox the Boss, DJ Pops, and DJ Beckham. This event is sponsored by Sperone, DJ Stone, FJ Smokehouse, Skins and Nipples. Red Rod, I tell you something, if a girl's gone wild.
Convert your coins to cash today with Coin Exchange. Visit your coin exchange machine at select Bill Express locations island-wide with your loose coin collection. No special days, no need for counting, no need for sorting. Coin exchange machines are fast, fun, and free. Find the location nearest you at gkmsonline.com/coin collection or call 888-555-5555. Convert your coins to cash today. Coin Exchange is brought to you by Bill Express, a member of the Grace Kennedy Financial Group.
And a A, and a B, but a CC holy, but so nice. And a B.
That's right, CC holy, but so nice.
Sandra and Kingsley in association with Sandra's Birthday Bash presents Mango Valley Got Talent and Miss Mango Valley. Friday, May 23, Lionheart Bar, Mango Valley, St. Mary. Music by Lionheart Sound. Admission $500. Raffle tickets $1,000 for a grand prize of $50,000. Come show your talent at Mango Valley Got Talent and Miss Mango Valley. Hosted by Lady Timry from IRIE FM. For more info, call 876-250-1272. Mini football match in the day. Mango Valley Got Talent and Miss Mango Valley, May 23.
Stop, look and listen to Bishop Escobar, the New York for Tourism and Tennessee on Friday, Labor Day, May 23rd. It's all about easy access. Wake up for breakfast, fashion in traffic, Plantation Court Prairie Center in Jamaica. Music by Bishop Escobar, Liquor Rich Mixmaster Overdose and Soulsville Entertainment. Pre-sweat ticket $5,000 at tier 2, $7,000 at the gate tier 3. It's a food inclusive event from 8 to 2. Must be 8 in a road to drink. Drink responsibly. I do inquire. Escobar, I see it.
Alright, Tone, get the plane. The devastating duo of Buju Benton and Barry Salmon, which brought traffic movements in St. Ann to a standstill earlier this year for the second time in 2 years, will take center stage at the 17th staging of Best of the Best concert at Bayfront Park in Miami, Florida.
Miami.
Sunday, May 25. Like it was in Jamaica, IRFM's first Living Legend awardee, Marcia Griffiths, will join her friends in music on stage.
It's gonna be a musical upliftment. We're looking forward to that.
Which will also feature the likes of young veteran Romain Virgo.
To be somebody was my heart's desire.
Nadine Sutherland.
This is for my baby face.
Wayne Wonder.
One have nobody in the place. Listen, when I say Wayne, you say Wonder. Wayne.
Chronic Law.
Yo.
Skinny Fabulous.
Wine and hold it.
And 450. Reggae Radio IRFM will journey north to Bayfront Park in Miami with the team of yours truly, Courtney Mack and DJ Collision, taking the action to you live as it unfolds. Catch us on the 107s, the IRFM app, as well as all our social media platforms, X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok, as we capture best of the best for you in all formats possible. Visuals, audio, and audio-visual. That's coverage of the 2025 staging of Best of the Best, Sunday, May 25 from Bayfront Park in Miami, live on the nation's #1 IRIE FM.
IRIE FM, the sweetest radio station.
Coverage comes to you all courtesy of Walker's Wood, bring the heat with the flavor. San Lorenzo, Lanco High Performance Paints. This Labor Day, ask for Lanco Uno, a paint and primer in one.
Let's do this!
Oh my God, I love this beat.
Wanna move, wanna ready. Where's the daughter you travel with me today?
Make sure sir red plate the pan it, you know. I'm not travel with you.
There's some anything legit.
Red plate operators, it's your time to take the spotlight.
IRIE FM is giving all red plate operators a chance to win big in Red Plate Spotlight.
Just submit your red plate via a WhatsApp picture to 876-350-2838 and listen to IRIE FM Mondays to Fridays between 6 a.m. and noon, as well as between 7 to 8 p.m. Mondays and Fridays to hear if your plate will be announced to win at least $10,000.
Once announced, you will have 20 minutes to claim your winnings, which goes up by $10,000 every time someone fails to claim.
You don't have to submit your plate more than once, because once submitted, it remains a possible candidate for every draw until drawn.
No name, phone numbers, or address needed. Only red plate pictures required. That's Red Plate Spotlight this and every weekday, and twice on Mondays and Fridays on the nation's #1 IRIE FM. Red Plate Spotlight is brought to you by
Tiles R Us Limited, Banners Valley, St. Elizabeth. For tiles, tools, every household fixture, call 965-1896. Tiles R Us.
Massive auto parts and car sales. Link us first. Pineapple Ocho Rios, 876-298-6413. We got you covered. God Power Productions, in association with artist Philip I, present a new single titled Trodding East, distributed by Distro Kid, available on all online platforms.
Babylon take the north, I'm gonna take the south. Now put my foot upon a vertical route. Them I take the west, I am treading to the east. Me and me calabash, now go a Babylon feast.
Bird Shack fried chicken, perfect chicken on the go, whether original, crispy or spicy, always hot and ready. We are go a Bird Shack.
Mark IRIE Productions promoting one of his newest singles, Will Know, available on all digital and downloading platforms.
You will know troubles are tomorrow, problems have solution.
It's time to take control of your health. The Jamaica Cancer Society St. Anne St. Mary chapter is bringing you the 2025 Men's Health Fair in Ocho Rios, Sunday, May 25. Calling all men 40 and over. Get your free screenings for prostate cancer, blood sugar, HIV, cholesterol, blood pressure, and more. Doctors and health professionals will be on hand to give you the care you need.
Can you hear me?
Pre-register now at participating pharmacies and make sure you are part of this amazing event. And IRIE FM will be live on the ground, bringing you all the highlights of the day's activities.
IRIE FM are number one.
Tune in to the 107s, listen on the app, or catch the excitement on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok. Mark your calendars for Sunday, May 25, and join us at Turtle River Park in Ocho Rios for the Jamaica Cancer Society St. Anne St. Mary Chapter's 2025 Men's Health Fair. Let's take action for men's health.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio. IRIE FM. I want to acknowledge our TikTokers. I want to say good evening to Stephanie Green. Want to also say good evening to Fat Boy. Bless up yourself, Fat Boy. Brown Lord, greetings. Also want to say good night to Dwayne Rose. Greetings, my brother. All right, so I think we have some voice notes. We have a caller. We still have Simon online. We should have been talking to Simon from about 10 o'clock, you know. All right. All right, let's go to the voice note, and then we take the call, and then we go straight to Simon Preston. Let's have the voice note.
Good night, Robert, and good night to all the listeners. It's a good look to see Mount Pleasant continue winning, heading to the final. And
hardly I hear you, Bridget.
Tonight, I'm getting an update if the Monday night football is playing, so I would like an update from you at this time.
Monday night football.
And I wait to see these getting ready. They see it's just around the corner. I want to beat them up and wish them all the best going forward. You know, maybe they're not entering, we don't have the strongest team, but I know they're going to do well. I don't know your prediction on this one, so I would like an update from you and Robert, what you think about the side if they are going to win. I just want to big up all the listeners. And my co-worker and good friend Dewitt Walker from Atlas Watchers, so I just want to big him up because I know he's tuning in at this time.
All right, I'm not forgot to big them up. I big them up, big up everybody already. All right, I think we have a caller, so let's go to the call. Caller, good evening, welcome.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Yes, good night.
Talk to me.
You notice Mount Pleasant to the world, no sellout, no bias, nothing, straight Mount Pleasant. But you notice they come down from Asia to watch. You see the boat are coming yesterday morning to watch Celestine play ball. The Jamaican have worried about
Whoa. Mount Pleasant don't need that, man.
And he never disappoint. But guess what? Straight blue come Friday.
They left out the white, blue and white, man.
Yeah, everybody thinks that we're gonna get left, you know, but Mr. Speed.
Get left where?
Surprise.
Hold on. Where say everybody did believe Mount Pleasant was going to get left?
Yes, man. You know, see them come out to come stamp at 30 if you take a look at 93 points and then get through. Then don't get through.
No, even if that didn't happen, Mount Pleasant would be where they are now still.
With Mobile now, right? But just feel say how Mobile come in. Then, you know, I didn't want to the way they become. I didn't want to kick off them face in a final. I didn't want to end up come out so quick. But they want to score them face, no third place, no final. Them have a strong team like
yeah, man, them have, you know it's what happened on the day, you know.
And Phillips run good. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it comes down to what happens on the day. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But Moby did very well too.
Yeah, man,
I
them
would
do
think.
well, but me didn't want win them to go a final. Me not telling a lie. When they want to kick off them face out there.
I never wanted a Moby final. with Mount Pleasant.
You want Mobile and Mount Pleasant because Arnett no good. Arnett not kick the ball, you know.
No, but Mount Pleasant been beating up Mobile throughout the season, so I never want them in the final. I want one team where we give them some problem.
Just kick off them field. I'm not telling a lie. I'm not fired.
Let's up yourself. See you Friday.
Friday, Mr. Speed, we're coming at you non-stop. We're going to run up at Kingston. We're going to run up on King. We're going to deal with him. So he can't better come with a little short lip and see if there and go. He better let me lip to Mount Pleasant. Remember me tell him.
All right.
Coming at him. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mount Pleasant I going to deal with him case.
Ticket for Friday. How it go?
Go again?
Then now they're going to ticket for Friday.
You know, me suppose they have some tickets in, but them never materialize. I don't know what happened. But if anything happen, I'll make sure you get a ticket.
All right. I want to Robert, straight blue.
All right, straight blue. Big up yourself.
We're going to blow up over there come Friday.
Remember last year? The whole place was blue?
We're going to run in upon them.
Aye.
All right.
Big up yourself and thanks for the call. All right. One more voice note and then we go straight to Simon Preston. All right. Let's say the voice note.
Obviously, that man up and is sitting at this man at about man bad man and sitting.
God have mercy.
I'm gonna live 4-4 man, yo, man up point out the facts and thing, man. The man make him man talk, man. Big up Mr. Speed, man. But coach, man, we love what you do, man.
Aye.
In real life, man, we love what you do, brother. No joke.
Yeah. Yeah, but Mr. Speed cannot give himself, man. Or about Mr. Speed.
Mount Pleasant and Mobile United, me don't want for their final.
No, that the final me want. At this final me did want.
So Speed, you do it, man. Big up yourself, man, and your team, and your coaching staff, man. Blessings. He that come off every day, the fool chat. Oh, man, bad man.
Oh, boy. All right, thanks for the voice note. All right, let us quickly go to Simon now because Simon been here. Simon Preston, good evening, Mr. Press Officer. Sorry to have kept you holding so long, my brother.
Good evening, Sir Williams. Good evening, Sir Oswald. Hope everyone is doing well, and the listeners on IRFM. Good to hear from you.
Why? You're looking forward to an extremely busy, what do we say, summer? Yeah, summer. Because it's going to be a roller coaster.
Absolutely. And you could say the journey starts right after the JPL final with the Unity Cup, which of course will be in London. Matches May 27 and 31. May 27 against Trinidad and May 31 the winner of the Ghana-Nigeria encounter. And in many ways you could say it's a final dress rehearsal for the World Cup qualifiers, which commence in June. So realistically, you're looking at potentially 10 matches for Jamaica in the summer of 2025.
Wow.
So as you put it, very, very busy indeed.
The Unity Cup squad
when it's a 10 match for Jamaica, the Reggae girls are
Reggae boys. Two matches in the Unity Cup, 2 matches in the World Cup qualifiers, 3 matches in the group stages of the Gold Cup, and we want to get to the final. So 4 plus 6 would be 10.
Okay.
The Unity Cup squad, has that been selected as yet?
It's being finalized as we speak by the technical staff. So all being well on Thursday morning, then that will be made public. So it is being worked on by the technical staff. So by Thursday, that list will be public. So and no persons will be eagerly looking forward to that ahead of the summer ahead.
What is the plan as far as the Unity Cup is concerned in terms of traveling, etc.?
Right. So firstly, in terms of personnel, what Coach McLaren has said is that he looks at this as an opportunity for players to be able to, in a sense, restart their engines, because you have players that finished their season May 3 in England specifically, especially Championship and League One players. So he said for those players in particular, it will be an opportunity for them to start back their engine ahead of World Cup qualifiers and the Gold Cup as well. But in relation to the logistics question that you made mention about, the plan would be to depart the island on Saturday, straight from Jamaica to England, and therefore you would land in London around Sunday morning, and then you recover from the flight. You have training on a Monday, and of course we're heading to the first game on a Tuesday. So very, very quick turnaround in terms of the opening encounter. But it is what it is, and certainly for the players that will be making their way from the island, what an experience it will be for those domestic-based players too.
Yeah, because some of them will be involved in the Premier League final on Friday, and then they depart on Saturday. So they would have at least gotten the indication that they'll be heading for England. But after the Unity Cup, talk to us about the logistics after that.
Right. So the plan would be to come back to Jamaica June 1, and the plan would be for everybody to come back into camp June 3. And this, of course, would be the camp for the World Cup qualifiers. So June 3, everybody comes back together in camp and train in Jamaica, in Kingston. And June 5, depart the island for the British Virgin Islands, because June 7 would be the World Cup qualifier against BVI in BVI. So June 5, depart for BVI for that June 7 encounter, return to Jamaica June 8, and then, of course, we'll have that home qualifier against Guatemala on the 10th of June. So in terms of the FIFA window for the World Cup qualifiers, that's what it would look like. And then either June 12 or 13, depart for LA for the start of the CONCACAF Gold Cup.
Oh, just as a side note, the roster for the Gold Cup was unveiled today. A number of first-timers, I would call them, on that roster. Can you share any information on any of those?
Yeah, in terms of the 6 to play provisional list, yes, you are right. There are persons on the list that have never represented Jamaica before, and players at various different stage of their naturalization process. Some with Jamaican passports, some on very, very close on it. What CONCACAF regulations would state is the final 23, everybody in that final 23 must have their passports. But at least in the 60, if you are close on it, or if you even have just a citizenship, a Jamaican citizenship, then you can be on that list. So yes, you're correct in terms of those names that you see on the list, and hopefully some of them can be able to get over the line in terms of the passports. So you look at Charlton, for example, Tyrese Campbell. The man who beats it right now is ahead of Kaim Dixon in the pecking order right now. He's flying at the minute. He has Jamaican citizenship, so it's a slam dunk where the passport is concerned, because you can apply for a passport same day or next day at PICA in Kingston once you have your citizenship, so that's a very straightforward process there. I know person's eyes would have been wide open by a player from Ajax called Gennaro Johnson. He got his passport in 2024. He was part of John Wall's pool prior to the under-20 qualifiers, so he got naturalized in 2024, so he has his passport, and so does Tyrese Hall from Tottenham Hotspur as well. So in terms of those with naturalization, those are, yes, there's a few more, and hopefully those persons can be able to get over the line, and hopefully it turns out where we can get the priority, which is 6 points in World Cup qualifying this summer, and have a deep run in the CONCACAF Gold Cup in the United States.
The 60 provisional list, that mean the final team would have to come from that 60.
Correct.
Right?
For the CONCACAF Gold Cup, the final 23 would have to come for it. That is correct, yes.
Right. So is Mason Mount part of that 60?
No, Mason Mount is an English international. So
okay.
No.
What's the situation where he is concerned, if you have any information at all?
Well, they said Mason Mount. I guess you're referring to Mason Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Yeah. Mason, the Mount comes to my mind. Greenwood. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. The absolute latest is what the general manager, Mr. Roy Simpson, said in terms of waiting for a document. As you're aware, many Jamaicans who migrated to England back in the 40s and 50s, many of them didn't have surnames on their birth certificate. So Mason Greenwood's grandfather's surname needs to be on his birth certificate, and once that is done, that document can be sent to PICA, and he can be naturalized as a Jamaican. So, that's something that has to be done.
That process has taken a while, right?
Absolutely. So it has required patience, and this is not the first player of this nature where we've had to be patient for. With Michael Antonio, Damari Gray, we had to wait maybe 2 years for such players and in particular. So,
so it's not unique. It's not the Mr. Greenwood case is not unique.
Absolutely not. You could even say, even during COVID, how much the process slowed down for other players as well. So yeah, it's not something that is new. So you've had players as well that have waited a long time. Sometimes it's down to a misspelling error. Sometimes a grandpa or grandpa doesn't have a surname on their birth certificate. Sometimes it's just not being able to find a particular document as well. So various reasons, it's not a one size fits all. So it's about, patience now, and hopefully what needs to be corrected can be corrected. And, we have all the relevant stakeholders that can play a helping hand. I believe in all hands on deck, where you have PICA as an important stakeholder, under the Ministry of National Security, naturalizing players, the Ministry of Sport, of course, the administration of the JFF, the players itself. So I think every stakeholder has a role to play in this process for sure.
Well, Simon, you continue to do a very good job. We know there's lots more to share with us because, as you mentioned, 10 matches, the Unity Cup, we're heading to the Gold Cup, we're into World Cup qualifiers. It's a lot to chew on for the Reggae Boys this season. So let's hope we can go all the way that we're aiming for, and we ultimately qualify for the World Cup right in our back door. Simon, thanks again for speaking with us.
Thanks very much for having me, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Have a pleasant evening.
Right, good. All right. So I think we've been joined by Al Hamilton. Want to get an update on the Cassie Awards. Al, you there? No, Al? All right. We still have a lot of comments that we can't even get through with on our YouTube channel. I think we have a caller holding. Caller, good evening. Welcome. Caller.
Evening, Robert.
Greetings, man.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
You know that I want to ask two big questions for the time run out.
Yeah.
So, who are some of the main persons let this sport talk every Monday night?
Who are some of the what?
Main persons.
Mm-hmm. Main persons doing what?
Who are some of the main persons on this program on a weekly basis?
Well, we don't specialize. It depends on what is happening. Why?
You let Mr. Steele, a gentleman on the program earlier, who make him vice the earl, and every time he's trying to put forward some point, you override him, and then not overriding Mr. Steele and Mr. Steele attack some crap. How much years, as I ask you this question, Robert, how many years Mount Pleasant in National League, in the Premier League?
Since 2018.
How many years that is now?
7.
You can't reach 7, sir.
Okay.
You make Mr. Speed.
How much years you call that?
Mr. Speed override.
No, well, not how much years that? How much years you call that?
But at 6 years we call it, sir.
All right. And so what is the point?
Speed is saying that from Mount Pleasant in the league over 7 years, he is in every semi-final. And that is not true. Mount Pleasant not in the league full 7 years until now. And every time a man make him fight for earlier, override the man.
Boss man, it's 2005, it's 2025, this, you know.
The time is running out.
Hold on, it's 2025, this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
so
you cannot come to 7 years still.
What Mr. Speed is saying is that he has been in the semi-finals and for the past 7 years. Whether it was when Mount Pleasant was in it or not, 7 years now, he's been making the semi-final. What is wrong with that? Hey, tell me quickly, because we used to wear around at that time.
Robert,
if him saying at the semi-final 7 years now.
Right people and I take up from Mr. Speed. We little small men who's on the
take up for who?
Carla, listen to yourself.
You're missing far.
Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Whether Mount Pleasant was in there or not, what Mr. Speed said, he make the semi-final 7 years in a row.
Since Mount Pleasant.
But if since Mount Pleasant been there, it means he's been making the semi-final every year. Whether it's 6 or 7, what kind of trivial argument that about 7 or 6? What is the point?
Robert, the same way Mr. Speed is telling you that in beating Mount Pleasant 2-0 and 2-1 and 2-love.
And him left out the 3-0.
It's lie. We have beat Mr. Speed at 3-0 already.
Carla, you're nitpicking. Carla, you're nitpicking. What is the point?
You know what is the point?
Yeah.
Evan Hewitt come out for this program. You remember that you was a co-host, you know, when Evan Hewitt was running this program. And when me, Fajan, Goldkeith, Obedient, Ras Mike, and all of those managers run on this program. Evan, I go here to you know.
And go on about your business here, man. Cut him off. A waste of time.
Yeah. What are they? Yeah. No easy.
Stupid.
Ah, boy.
All right.
We have to be careful that some of them fans, I think some fans are fanatic.
A paper fan that. You don't know what the point is. Making. All right, we have Al now.
Yeah.
Al Hamilton. Oh, we don't have Al. Wait. All right, let's take a voice note. Are we supposed to be speaking with Al Hamilton to get an update on the Cassie Awards? All right, that's so we have Busy Campbell, because busy thing coming up this week. Busy Campbell, greetings.
Bring back the love.
Bring back the love.
Good night to your listeners.
Bless up, man.
And I must say, this year, bringing back the love, we're having the entertainers with celebrities playing against the media, and some masters.
And that is on?
On the 25th, because Labor Day we always have a game since 1996, if you can recall.
Yes.
When Brian Lara came here and played.
Right.
But because of the Premier League final this year, on Labor Day, we just said we play.
Oh, yes, because it's usually a Labor Day event.
It's always bring back the love.
Right. Where is it going to be? Where is it going to be this year?
It's going to be at Harborview, 5 o'clock on Sunday. And as I said before, you have people looking forward. Wayne Marshall will be leading the team with Lally and Josh and some of those guys. And, the persons who are honoring this year, that you must always say, look, give respect to them. There's a gentleman named Charles Edwards from Barbican.
Okay, yes.
For a long time. Alicia James served and played for Jamaica and in administrative position also. She was the assistant coach at Olympic this year, I get to understand. And then you have a gentleman named Mr. Bert Samuels. Those three will be honored.
Okay.
And we're not asking for much, the donation, because, it's to the schools and the kids. And I'm looking forward to know if anybody from IRIE will be playing.
The usual persons will be there, man.
At times when you play in St. Anne's, you'll play, but when you come to Kingston, they're always, saying that you have so many things. Well, no Premier League is playing on Sunday.
Right.
I know that for sure.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to hear that, yes, someone is coming to represent from IRIE FM.
Definitely, man.
The media invitational team.
What time matches will be?
It's going to be 5 o'clock. That's one game we're playing.
Okay.
One game.
And it's that's entertainers and celebrities.
Over the years,
media masters.
Game with Christian ambassadors and, even the referees. But this year it has to be one.
Right.
And sponsorship is not as good as years gone. Things are really hard. But
yes.
We still have to carry on,
Mm-hmm.
We can't give up. You understand?
Definitely.
And as my brother Bob will say, I'm in no competition. We're just playing games and make people feel good,
Great. As usual, Busy. We expect the usual turnout and nice, good, clean fun.
Right, that's all it's all about.
Bring back the love.
We need love in Jamaica.
Yeah, man, we need whole heap of love.
All right. So thanks for having me on the program. And I look forward to hear from one of you guys. Roger or you, whoever it is.
Yeah, man.
100%.
All right. Bless up.
All right, Busy. Bless up.
Let's run to a voice note. We still don't have Al? Oh. All right, let's go to the voice note. We have another voice.
Listen to you, they bought him a ravers. And I style out the big Calvalier side, me. I tell you, say. Calvalier is my side. Who play against Messi and Messi, my baller. Best side in the Jamaica Premier League side. To me, everybody had them team.
Of course. And everybody are going to defend them.
Just being a bad man, a good coach, see me? Sir, a cut you should have cut after you, you see me?
No, sir. No, my Ravers good, man. I remember Ravers, I express really respect for Mr. Speed. Ravers. Big up yourself, Ravers. All right. Oh, we had a little disruption there. Roger, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so we had a little disruption
Yes.
there just before we close out the show. Yeah, the caller was talking about Ravers, but Ravers good, man. Ravers good. All right, so
no, man. But the last call, I think I don't know. I think some people, I think they're too emotional. And
if the man say him been at the semi-finals too far, you know, make a difference if it's 4 times Mount Pleasant is there or 5 or 6 times.
no, 2018 to 2025 is 7 years. So no.
Okay. All right, so just enough time left now to say thanks to everybody who participated in the program. Want to say thanks to Simon Preston, the press officer, the Jamaica Football Federation. Want to say thanks also to Rodolphe Speed, the sporting director at Cavalier. We also want to say thanks to the chairman of Professional Football Jamaica Limited, Chris Williams, and also Clive Busy Campbell. Not sure what happened. We didn't get on to Al Hamilton. But of course, by next week, we should be able to get an update on the Cassie Awards. Thanks to everybody who participated. Thanks for the persons on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Didn't get to go through all your comments, but we'll make up for that next week. Want to say thanks to our technical operator, DJ Collision, our producer, Wade Brown and Dwight Fraser. Want to say thanks to our telephone operator, our engineer here, Mr. Wisdom, Dr. Crack. And we also want to say thanks to Peter Broadber. Thanks to everybody, and we look forward to being back with you same time, same place. Next week, the program came to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. Until next week, my name is Robert Williams.
I'm Roger Hasford.
Good evening.
Good evening.